That's right, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have announced a new animation that they're producing with Netflix. It's called Pearl, and the Mail's royal editor Rebecca English can tell us more now. Rebecca, what's the story?
Yeah, so it's her first show with Netflix. Obviously, Harry is executive producing another one on the Invictus Games. It's called Pearl. It's about a 12-year-old girl and her adventures based on her interactions with inspirational female figures from history, and it's being produced in conjunction with David Furnish, who's obviously the husband of Sir Elton John and someone who Harry has known for quite a while.
The themes of the show seem to be very consistent with her previous messages, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was trailed some time ago that she was looking at doing this animation series on inspirational female figures. And now, obviously, we've got a little bit more detail, and it's very Meghan, I think people will think.
And also, don't Meghan and Harry already have a relationship with David Furnish and Elton John? What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so Harry's known Elton John for years. Obviously, he was a close friend of his late mother, Diana, Princess of Wales. And he introduced Meghan to him after they were married, and actually they stayed at his holiday home in the south of France. Quite controversially, you might remember, because of course they took a private jet to and from south of France while they were preaching about climate change and trying to get people to reduce their international travel. But no, they are very, very good friends. So I think it'll be a pretty happy working relationship.
Well, let's hear from our panel now. And joining me this week is the Mail on Sunday's diary editor, Charlotte Griffiths, and the Daily Mail's diarist, Richard Eden. Welcome to you both. Lovely to see you. Richard, what do you make of the subject matter that we've heard about, the choice of subject matter in Pearl?
Well, it sounds fascinating. It sounds, as we've come to expect really from them, it's sort of me, isn't it? It sounds like
Do you think so?
A young version. Well, interestingly, even the name Pearl, I think that's the sort of Greek origins of the name Meghan originally come from Pearl. So I think it's definitely...
Well, you learn a lot in this show, don't you? Every day.
I think there is an allusion to herself there. But remember how Meghan was a sort of feminist activist from a very early age. I think at the age of 11, she complained about a TV ad that involved... there was some slogan from Procter & Gamble about how women are sick of the women of America are sick of greasy dishes, something like that. And she complained to say, this is grossly sexist.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah,
I mean, it was.
Yeah, and they changed the ad. They got rid of the women reference. So that was from the age of 11. So I think from this new show, it's going to be showing how this young character, Pearl, has met all these historical characters that have played an important role in feminism or sort of female icons from history. So it sounds very worthy.
Very worthy. Does it sound like a kids' show, do you think, Charlotte?
Well, I've got two young daughters and they have picture books about feminist icons from history. So it is a sort of thing in the kids' world, but I will say that they aren't my children's favourite books. In fact,
What about The Bench? Do they like The Bench?
I couldn't bring myself to buy a copy of The Bench. The grammar's too bad for my 2-year-old daughter. But yeah, I mean, it is worthy. I just don't think it's going to get the audiences you might be hoping for.
But don't you think that, I don't know, I think they've still got this pull that whatever they slap their name on with Netflix, people will watch out of curiosity. Don't you? I mean, I know I will, just to see what it's like.
Yeah, I think, but that's only one episode. I don't know how many episodes of this is going to happen, but I bet there will be some big numbers for the first episode, but we'll never know what those numbers are because Netflix never released them, so that's kind of clever of Meghan.
I was very pleased to see that David Furnish is one of the producers of this series. He's better known as Elton John's husband, but he produced a wonderful film, Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, see, I didn't like that film.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, before it came out, everyone was very rude, but it was terrific. It was all with Elton's music, and it was very entertaining. So I hope...
Look, I love Elton John, but I did not enjoy that film.
Come on, Richard. That film was terrible.
I watched that with my daughter, so it was great fun. So I'm hoping that there'll be a bit of that sense of fun in this series. Yeah,
you could be right, but do you think your daughters, does it sound like the sort of thing that's going to engage them? How old are your kids?
They might be a bit old. I'm not sure. They're sort of 13 and 15.
Oh, yeah, they'll be far too jaded. Yeah.
But, I mean, the thing about The Bench was, it was very worthy, but it was dull. So essentially it depends, can they make this interesting?
I hope they have a stronger animation, because The Bench, the animation I think is quite bland, personally. I hope they have some really punchy, Pixar-esque characters.
That's all we have for you on our YouTube show, but to see the rest of this episode, including some more fascinating royal revelations, head to www.mailplus.co.uk/royals or click the link on screen now.